Episode of our new Take 5 series that we're doing here. Once again, the idea is to kind of give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek at 5 of the pieces that we're most excited about that came in this past week. So had some really exciting, interesting things come in over the past 5 days, and yeah, gonna show them off for you guys. So starting things off, we're going heavy this week. We got some tourbillons, we got some gem set pieces, and some funk. But we'll start it off with something that, I don't know, it's crazy to call this kind of one of the more basic pieces on the table, but it somehow is. So this is the Royal Oak Flying Tourbillon, part of AP's 50th anniversary collection. Reference number from my handy notes over here is the 26730 Ti. So this is a full titanium cased Royal Oak, full titanium bracelet. Obviously, you got that flying tourbillon down at 6 o'clock. So really, really interesting piece. Try and show off that 50th anniversary rotor if I can get it. There you go. So really kind of classic Royal Oak case. Manufactured, you know, out of an unusual material for Royal Oaks and titanium, and then you get this really special textured, see if I can get it on the camera here, sandblasted, AP calls it smoked blue, and it's hard to see. I'm not doing a great job right now going down, Adam is saying. See if you can zoom it in a little bit. There you go. So you got this really, really nice textured dial, which in person just like is super unique. You know, you're so used to seeing APs and Royal Oaks with that either petite or grand tapisserie dial. So this is really just has a super unique look. It's super light, and it's obviously just a very rare piece. So really interesting, really special. Keep an eye out for this one on our site, probably within the next couple of days, actually. Moving right along, I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to some bling. So here we have the Patek Philippe 5271P. So this is your classic Patek 5270 with, you know, cranked up to 11 basically. So it's a perpetual calendar chronograph, you know, Patek's kind of signature complication, just, you know, can't be beat. No one else does it as well as they do. But for this piece, let me pull up again my notes here. This has 58 baguette diamonds on the case, and even better, 22 more baguette diamonds there on the clasp. So if, you know, a standard 5270 isn't exciting or nice enough for you, here you go. We got you covered. You know, this actually has 4.8 carats worth of diamonds in total on the watch, which I'm embarrassed to say is quite a few more carats than my wife's engagement ring. So hopefully Kate never sees this. You get a 12-layer black lacquer dial, which again, tough to show on camera, but in person it has this like really inky, you know, tons of depth. Just absolutely stunning, beautiful dial. I'll throw it on my wrist in a second. And then you also get these sub-dials that are, they're actually guilloche. So you get this kind of interesting play of two textures here between, there we go, between that lacquer on the main part of the dial and then that guilloche. And then that white, you know, the white printing everywhere really pops. And then even better, which is kind of tough to show off, 12 o'clock, that indice is not, you know, your standard applied white gold indice. That's actually a diamond there. So pretty ridiculous. I'm gonna let Adam zoom in on that real quick. Like I said, if a standard 5270 is just not enough, doesn't do it for you, here you go. I don't know what more you could possibly need. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and jump to something else, just like crazy, ridiculously special. FP Journe, Tourbillon, Souverain. So when I think of FP Journe, when I kind of think about, you know, someone says the name FP Journe to me, and I'm thinking about his pieces, this is the piece that really comes to mind for me. It's the iconic design, in my opinion, in FP Journe's pretty impressive catalog. So this is a first generation Tourbillon Souverain. So they made this particular model from 99 to 2003. This one is from 2001. It has obviously, you know, that classic 38 millimeter platinum case. 38 millimeter Journes are the ones that everybody goes crazy over. He no longer makes watches cased in that size. It just fits on the wrist perfectly. It has kind of all of those, there we go, yeah. It has all those classic Journe signatures, you know, so you have that offset smaller dial for the time. You have this gorgeous gold dial that unfortunately the lighting's not great in here, but when you get it in natural light, it shimmers like crazy. They've all kind of aged a little bit differently over the past 20 plus years. Some look better than others. This one's a stunner. It's absolutely beautiful. Obviously, you got that giant exposed tourbillon cage at 9 o'clock. And then down at 6, you've got that remontoire d'égalité, which is, you know, a mechanism that watchmakers use to regulate the power distribution throughout the power reserve of a watch to maintain accuracy. So again, early, iconic, deserving of all the hype, deserving of all the attention, all the crazy auction results. These are incredibly special, incredibly rare. We're super, super lucky to be able to bring this to market and to share it with you guys. So this is a stunner. Really, really, really special watch. Next up, continuing on with the craziness, we have Rolex GMT Master II, but obviously not your regular GMT. So this is the reference 116758SA. And again, I'm going to go to my notes because I have all the information on the number of gems on here. So, you know, standard yellow gold GMT Master II, just dripping with diamonds and sapphires though. So the case itself is set with 76 diamonds. You can see it on the lugs, on those crown guards. Obviously, the center links of the oyster bracelet are full pave diamonds. The dial is also fully, you know, diamond paved. And then that bezel is set with 29 diamonds and 30 sapphires, kind of mimicking, you know, that classic graduated bezel that you would get on, you know, a standard GMT. So, you know, this is, you probably haven't seen this. You know, if you go on Rolex's website, you're not going to see it. This is considered off menu, not easy to get. You don't see them changing hands all that often. And, you know, hey, if you just want to ball out and you just want to have something totally wild in your collection, like, man, here it is. Like, this is just next level. So cool, so special. I love it. I absolutely love gem set watches these days. I don't know what's happening to me. I don't know what went wrong, but they're incredible, and this is so special. The quality of the stones that Rolex uses, the quality of the settings is just like, it's incredibly, incredibly well done. No one else does it like this. Really, really special. And then to close things out, decided to go with some funk. This is an Audemars Piguet bamboo. Reference number, because I had to look this one up, is 46441/614. You would think, looking at this, that this came right out of, you know, Caesar's Palace in 1974 in Vegas, but it's actually from the early 90s. So AP has been, you know, making pieces kind of with this interesting bamboo style for, you know, quite a while. You know, introduced, you know, I believe in the late 70s, right through the 80s. But again, this one's from the 90s. So pretty interesting. Obviously, yellow gold integrated bracelet in that bamboo style. It's got a champagne dial with diamond indices. And then I'll see if I can show you guys. It's got this funky repeating AP motif logo on the dial. There you go. You can kind of see it there. So just totally weird, totally funky. It's got a manual wind caliber in there. So just simple, super, super slim. The bracelet on this is actually really good sized. I got a tiny wrist, but there's plenty of extra room on this one. Really nice patina. if you're looking to, go for your disco era, like, here you go. It's funky, it's weird. You're not going to see another one on somebody else's wrist. Keep an eye out for that one as well on our website soon. So I hope you guys liked this little sneak peek at some of the more interesting and special pieces that are going to be hitting our site in the next week. If you like it, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you like the video, drop a comment, tell us what your favorite is, and we'll see you all again real soon. Take it easy.